To manage the trip pages and the email form, there are a few sections that you need to work with. When you're logged in, you've got this content, edit, and Bible Lands trips area. So click on that, and you'll see some of the trips that are in here. So we'll just click on Bible Lands Cruise 2013, for instance. You've got all of your details here. As I was telling you before, you probably already know this, but if you're going to create a new trip, maybe just copy from one of these as an example. So fill out all the details, then, which you're already pretty familiar with. But the part that we were all having trouble with, is this sidebar and the message that is generated from it. So you can copy and paste this form. If you hit source, then you'll really get all the proper formatting. Paste it in that way, and there's a reference here to an image, which may or may not exist. CCSD brochure 2013, and I'm not seeing it in this. I'm not seeing any pictures here. It's right here, and it's not working because it probably doesn't exist. It's just a picture, probably a little small brochure picture. This right here is the sidebar success message, which when you fill the form out, put your email address in and hit send. This is the message that you'll see, and you can see that there's a couple links to the brochure, which you can change by right-clicking and clicking Edit Link, and you can see that this is the link here. This shortcode homepage is just all that does is put in http://compass.org/, and then all you have to worry about is EE-uploads, and or I guess I should say the path to the file that's uploaded. So you can change that using source, or just right-clicking on these links here and clicking Edit Link. And then this is the important part here. There's actually a couple components. This is a reference to a template that generates the actual form. These are just the messages that go above or below the form, but the actual form where the user has to type in their email address and their name and the phone number and hit send, that's in a separate place, and this is the name of that form. So we'll just copy this, and you'll see it's trip sidebar Bible Lands Cruise 2013. So if we scroll to the top and then go to Design Templates, Edit, Includes, and then you'll see Trip Sidebar Bible Lands Cruise 2013 right here. That's the reference to the template file that was down below. If you hold Control and click, it'll open in a new tab. You don't have to do that, but I just like to do that. So this is the form here that needs to be duplicated, and you can see that it has been for each of the trips. And if you have an old trip, you can go ahead and just delete it or change the name to the new trip name. Or I mean, technically the name doesn't even matter, just the content does. So because the user won't be seeing these names, but yeah, you can see that one has been made for each of the trips, and so one has been made for this trip. And the critical little detail here, in fact, I mean, they're all really the same. These templates are all identical, but the only little piece that's different is this right here. There's this tag, begin specify user response email template. It says user email template equals, and then this name here in the quotes, trip info response BLC 2013. So this is referencing an email template that is stored in a module called Freeform. And to get there, you click on add-ons up here, and then you can control click modules. And under modules, there's this Freeform module. Click on Freeform, and this actually gives you the information as far as who has entered, you know, the form, who has filled in that form. So there's a bunch of entries, but what you want to do is click on templates. For now, this is where we're gonna, and you'll see that here's the reference, you know, that reference right here, trip info response BLC 2013. And here it is right here, trip info response BLC 2013. And there's a button up here to create a new template. If you can't find it, it's kind of up there hidden a little bit. So if you want to create a new one, you can go like this. You can control click and then maybe open like BLC 2012 for example, and then you can easily, you know, switch between these two windows and just copy and paste the old to the new, and then just update the critical information and you'll be set. But I'm just going to open the BLC 2013 for example. So this is where you have the most important part, which is the name that will be used, that you're going to use here in this sidebar template. And then the other information is going to usually be similar. This is the actual email message, and see if I can expand this because it's kind of, oh, I can only make it taller or shorter. It's an HTML email, and there are images being used here. This tag right here. It might look a little better on your screen. I've made this window kind of narrow, and you know, I'm a web developer, so I can make this wider if I want to. I can just type in 100% here. There we go. But that was just being done in my browser. There's actually editing that code is a little more involved. But the image here is you're probably going to want to update your images. There are links here to the brochures and other things inside this email that's generated. So this link here, which is href equals, and then the link, and then the text that goes in between the link. I'll just separate these on different lines so you can see what it looks like. It's basically this tag here, href equals, and then in the quotes there's the link to the file, which in this case is this BLC_13 PDF file, and then the text that will go, that the user will see for that link, which in this case is just the same directory. You can make it look pretty, like, you know, click here to download the brochure, but this lets the user see that they're not downloading. It kind of helps them, you know that they're not downloading a virus or something. They can see that the extension is a .pdf file. And then the closing A tag, which is the same here, just a / before the A. So that kind of covers the basics there. You can compose this email and just kind of copy the form that's being used here. You don't have to use HTML, but it certainly lets you, you know, be more creative with it and the styling. And to make it easier, you can probably use like you know, Word, or there's a bunch of other tools that you can use. I'm surprised that this doesn't have a built-in tool to generate HTML for you. If you, let's see, if we go back to this page here, you could use this to generate the HTML. So just find one of these empty spots here, like right here, generate your HTML using these tools, put your links in, change your fonts, all that fun stuff, and then just hit the source button. So if I was to, you know, this is a link here, and then where's the link button? Right here. I put in my link, and then I can do a bunch of other cool stuff and, you know, change the styling. If you just hit this source button, that'll give you the HTML. So just copy that over, paste it in here, and you'll be a happy person. And then just hit update, and that pretty much answers it. You can see word wrap. Just make sure this is set to HTML if you're going to use HTML. And when you go to the website and you go to Bible and Trips 2013, when you fill this form out and then hit this button, it will send that email, and then it will show a success message. I'll just do this real quick. You probably already know this, but the success message on the right is what you see here in that window. Yeah, so you've got this success message with the links, and then the email has just been sent to me.